Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He say it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, here we go. Green!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's got Pete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again is Jackson, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson. And look at that, a diving catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And they'll run it here. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Whitney Mercilus.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
20. Gun. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
Come on now. Gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Second and 10, Newton again. And he comes back with 1 complete. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
From
the gun, here's Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Detroit!
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now Jackson on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hey, hey.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey! 20. Hey, hey.
Now Newton. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
180. Do something. Hey, hey. 20.
They snap it to Newton. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Newton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Do something.
Newton throwing again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Newton, he's to the 10, over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. On second down, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's a very short kick taken by an up man. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Great. Do something. Great. Gun. Hey.
On first down, it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Jackson. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Check it back.
Now it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He's going to get it running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
20.
From the 50, Newton. Caught out left side by Robinson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. This will complete right side to Funchess. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point.
Now,
That's
56,
it.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Gone! Leopard!
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He sets to fire deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun. Hey.
Newton. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jackson now to return. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They find some open field here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Do something.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Newton. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Do something.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, Jackson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That's it, baby.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Blitz does come. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jackson will throw again. Oh, eluding the tackle. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Jackson now to return. And And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
Well, they'll try to close it out now. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Reflect. Shit. Watch him now, Barney.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bucs, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. Got this streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. Like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea.